Hello and welcome to this quick introduction to guaranteeing internet connectivity for cloud applications. The benefit of the cloud is that organization can take that information or take that system and use it in a more cost-effective fashion. And many organizations have moved applications into the cloud or services into the cloud, including critical ones like email. Many organizations will go and deploy hosted Exchange or hosted email from other providers like Google from a Google Apps perspective. Organizations can deploy document sharing such as, again, Google Apps or Microsoft SharePoint in the cloud. So organizations don't need to have the infrastructure in-house. Many organizations are looking to, and if they have not, looking at a virtual PBX to, again, reduce costs and the amount of management required in-house. Education and training tools, very popular, especially in the academic sector. Customer-facing applications, including transactional systems, payment systems, EDI systems, have been known to go to the cloud recently. And one of the main reasons why organizations deploy cloud-based infrastructures is to provide disaster recovery systems and tools for complete business continuity. In case internal systems fail, we can go to the cloud. So this is why organizations go to the cloud in a nutshell. Now, the problem with the cloud is that you can introduce a single point of failure in the same process, where we can go from cloud heaven to cloud disaster. The single point of failure is strategically simple, which is internet connectivity. The vast majority of organizations around the world currently depend on a single internet carrier link. Should that carrier link be unavailable, cloud applications directly get impacted because nobody can access them anymore from the internal side of the organization. So we want to discuss today how to make this problem a thing of the past. So we want to discuss redundancy, where we wish to recommend to every organization to deploy more than one ISP out there for their sites. Most importantly, we recommend that ISPs deploy multiple carrier technologies, so we break away from a single point of failure, not only from having a single ISP, but from having a single ISP technology. So if we have, and as an example, two T1s and we add a third T1, we brought no redundancy value to the table per se. It's like having a DSL and adding another DSL, because all those circuits normally will go through the same ducts, conduits, fibers, COs, etc. And you're really multiplying more of the same point of failure. And wireless options are very interesting. From a cost and redundancy perspective, there's some very interesting options on the market where XDSL is low cost and can provide a good fallback plan. Same with cable modems. Just make sure that if you look at this type of project, that your primary carrier link and your backup links are not, again, in the same CO, same duct, same everything. SMB fiber connections are deployed in North America a little bit more now, but it's a growth opportunity for organizations to capitalize on those alternative carrier links, and they're coming from tier 1 vendors as well. Fixed wireless means putting an antenna dish on an organization's building and pointing to an antenna which is connected to the central office of that fixed wireless ISP. So it's like having a symmetrical wire, like a 10 meg fiber, but in the air. So there's that benefit of being far away. And lastly, having 3G, 4G mobile connectivity is an ultimate fallback. If all fails, then use 3G, 4G to connect. That can be easily applied in the context of a cloud project. Now, making it work together, what is the glue that will hold all this together? This is a simple example where you have an organization with one carrier link connecting to cloud services. So what we wish to introduce is to break that network topology and introduce an LFIC link balancer. An LFIC link balancer is a network-based appliance which will manage all carrier links that you want to deploy into your environment. And it can be of any time as long as they're IP links. The LFIC link balancer can accommodate your organization. And in this context, we've got 2 wired links and 2 wireless links. So if disaster happens, we've spoken to customers that have went through terrible ordeals to maintain connectivity, even in remote locations where there's only one connection going in. A truck hits the telephone poles. Next thing you know, the wires come off and they lose connectivity. It's as simple as that. We want to bring this to the table. So wireless options are really interesting. They're a lot more cost effective than a few years ago, and they're massively deployed at this point. Benefits associated with the features of running a link balancer into an organization's environment. Elphick makes this wonderful device which has a seamless inline transparent layer 2 integration, which means your organization doesn't need to reconfigure its firewall to include this kind of product. It is a policy-based product, so you can define traffic balancing and automatic failover rules that will fit your organization's criteria. Quality of service is built in, so we can ensure that applications have the right amount of bandwidth, or services have the right amount of bandwidth to them. High availability is of course possible by putting 2 Elphick units in redundancy, but if from a budgetary perspective it is not possible or it doesn't make any strategic sense, the Elphick units can fail to wire as well. And because we didn't change your network, your organization will be able to work with an Elphick unit and deployed into the network which has lost electrical power. So effectively, Elphick doesn't bring to the table a single point of failure that you add to fix a single point of failure, so we guarantee the highest possible amount of uptime. And Elphick also offers multi-site options. We recommend that you visit the Elphick website for the site path and geolink options. For more information, please visit elphick.com/cloud computing. There's access to a white paper which gives a lot more information that was not possible to add to this short webcast. Please feel free to give us a call at this number to talk to our specialists, and also please feel free to send us an email for any questions you may have. Thank you very much for listening.